everybody! I'm here today with a simple driving lesson on space control while turning. In this video, I'll be showing you how to control your space safely and properly while turning. And this is super duper important. Now, if you are a longtime fan or viewer of the channel, you'll notice that I'm trying a little bit of a different view. I was reading some comments on a separate forum about my videos. People were talking about my videos, and one of the things that they said was that I don't show the road enough. And I was like, you know what? That's true. So I'm trying to show the road as well as my face and the steering wheel and what I'm doing. So let's get right into it. If you like this new view, then please drop a comment below and just let me know. Say, hey, I love the new view, bro, or something like that. And then, you know, if enough people like it, I'll switch to this side view. Okay, so let's get right into it. So it's super duper important to control your space while you're turning, okay? You don't want to get too close to the curb side, and you don't want to get too close to the oncoming traffic side. And that's true whether you're turning right or left. So I'm going to show you how you do it, okay? So I'm going to actually be sort of driving and demonstrating, and then I'll explain what I'm doing. So basically what I like to do is I look at the available area, okay? So I'm looking at the available area that I have, and I'm trying to get my car centered within that area, within that space, and keep it centered roughly, okay? So I'm going to turn right here. I'm looking at the available area, how much space I have to turn, doing my safety checks and so forth, and now I'm trying to stay centered in that area, okay? And now I end up centered on the new street, basically. Now, essentially, you need a few things. Number one, you need to know how to control the steering wheel for this, okay? And number two, you need to know how to use the space properly with regards to turning. So I'm going to turn here, okay? Doing my safety checks, and I'm turning. Now I'm trying to stay centered right here. There's a car pulled over, so now I'm going to go around. In that case, I have to go a little bit to the left to go around that car. But roughly, I'm staying centered, give or take. Now, how to control the steering wheel? Well, you need to practice to figure that out, but I'll give you some tips. Essentially, you want to have a steady turning speed of the wheel. You see I'm turning it at a consistent speed. You want to turn it, hold it, and release it. That's the idea when you're turning the wheel. So check this out over here. I'm approaching the turn, okay? You want to turn the wheel, hold it, I'm holding it, and release it, just like that, okay? And you want to start turning the wheel at the right time, which in most cases is going to be as soon as the front of your car enters that intersection a bit, okay? So check this out. Also, if you're starting to turn from a stop sign, you want to accelerate and then a fraction of a second later start to turn the wheel. So check this out. I'm going to make the turn over here. I'm going to accelerate and then turn. Okay, so you want to accelerate, and then a fraction of a second later, you want to start to turn the wheel. And lastly, the last piece of advice would be to make little micro adjustments as you're turning the wheel. Those micro adjustments will essentially help you to actually control the wheel throughout the turn. So check this out right here. We're going to turn over here, okay? So as I turn the wheel over here, oh, I thought that was a police officer. It's just a car that looks like it. I'm making little tiny adjustments with the steering wheel to perfect that space cushion. Now, the word space cushion, okay, that means a little bit of space all around your car, meaning your following distance. You gotta have a good following distance. Hopefully no one's tailgating you. That covers the behind of your car. And then on each side, you want to stay roughly centered. I'll make this turn over here. So check this out. As I make this turn, there's no one around. I'm gonna stop and I can tell you what I'm gonna do. As I make this turn, let's turn on the defogger. As I make this turn over here, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the available space and I'm planning on my centering throughout the turn. So I've stayed centered throughout the turn right over there. And what you want to do is essentially imagine a nice, smooth, curved line from where you're starting to where you're ending with regards to that turn. And then you want to keep the center of your car centered on that line. So right here, I'm imagining a nice smooth line around this curve right over here, okay? And my car is staying centered on that line, controlling the steering wheel properly, micro adjustments, and releasing it, okay? Very relatively simple. And the key factor here is that you gotta manage your space properly, okay? And like what it actually comes down to is practice. if you are just learning to drive, it is completely normal for you to do something like this. Like, I'll make this turn over here and it's like I'm turning. Oh wait, understeering, oversteering. I don't know what to do. Okay, we made it. That is 1000% normal. That is nothing to worry about. Believe it or not, I did that my entire first, I don't know, couple weeks of driving. Okay, it's just how you learn. But the key factor here, I was going to pull over and finish, but you know, there's a guy right there. It's going to look weird. He's looking at me like, what's this guy doing pulled over in front of my house? Anyways, the key factor is that you practice and you don't let that be a sticking point for you stopping. You got to keep practicing, and the more that you practice, the better off that you're going to get actually controlling your space while you turn. So practice is a key factor. And like I said, just figure out where you're going wrong and correct them. If you're understeering, then make sure you go a little bit in the opposite way. If you're oversteering, go towards the understeering. If you're steering, if you're turning too close to the curb, then move a little bit towards the other side of it. If you're moving towards oncoming traffic, move towards the curb a bit. You know, it's completely normal to make mistakes and to learn, but the key factor is that you got to learn from those mistakes so that you can get past them and become a great, excellent, safe driver. And that's it. In this video driving lesson, I've gone over space control while turning. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.